is a glorious Veterans Day weekend at ISM Raceway that will host the 11th race of Phase 3 of the World NASCAR Champions. We welcome you to ISM Raceway for the Can-Am 500. Now let's take a look at your headlines and your drivers to watch out for. Kyle Busch is your point leader, who will be rolling off 8th. Then in second in points with a 14 gap over Kyle Busch is Chase Elliott, who will roll off 5th. Third is Kyle Larson, who will roll off 13th. And then there's a 10-point gap over Larson and Blaney. Blaney will roll off 9th, and then the rest is on the top 7, which is Truex, Edwards, and Eric Jones. Remember, the top 3 battle out at Auto Club Speedway, and remember, this is the last race before the final 3 is determined. Now, let's go to trackside for your pre-race ceremonies. As we approach to the end of Phase 3, now let's take a look at your starting lineup. In row 1, it's Kurt Busch and William Byron. In row 2, it's Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth. In the third row, it's Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. In the fourth row, it's Eric Almirola and Kyle Busch. In the fifth row, it's the young buck Ryan Blaney with Happy Harvick. In row 6 is Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski. In row 7, it's Kyle Larson and Joey Logano. In row 8, it's Matthew DeFonte and Clint Bowyer. In row 9, it's Eric Jones and Martin Truex Jr. In row 10 is Darrell Wallace Jr. and AJ Allmendinger. In row 11, it's Alex Bowman and Ty Dillon. In row 12, it's Daniel Suarez and Paul Menard. In row 13, it's Ryan Newman and Austin Dillon. In row 14 is Jay McMurray and Matt DiBenedetto. In row 15, it's Casey Kane and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In row 16, it is Chris Buescher. And that is your World NASCAR Champion starting grid. Let's get ready for the green flag. For the 11th time of Phase 3 of the World NASCAR Champions, we're green at ISM. What a great start by Kurt Busch as he clears William Byron. This will also be Kurt Busch's last season with Stewart-Haas Racing, as he's going to lead the first lap. As you see, Eric Almirola is going to move up to 6th, taking away from Denny Hamlin. But for now, it is Kurt Busch over William Byron, as Eric Almirola, he's going to battle 5th from Chase Elliott, and he clears them. Oh, we have the young buck, Ryan Blaney, one position at a time, one spot at a time. That's what Ryan Blaney needs in order to contend for the championship at Fontana. But for now, it is Kurt Busch playing spoiler. But never mind, we have a huge spoiler alert. That is the Rainbow Warrior. Is that Jeff Gordon? No, it's William Byron. William Byron's going to take the race lead from Kurt Busch, as Eric Almirola is going to take the 3rd spot away from Carl Edwards, as we have Ryan Blaney, the young buck. He's already moved up to 5th. Could Ryan Blaney win this race and take the 3rd spot away from Kyle Larson for the championship? Man, Kyle Larson is struggling as he's stuck in 13th battling with Brad Keselowski, as Almirola takes over the race lead from William Byron. Caution! That is Paul Menard. He collects Daniel Suarez and Matt DiBenedetto, and the first caution is out. Suarez took a really bad beating in this crash. As you see, Suarez just got really loose. He had nowhere to go, and Paul Menard also had nowhere to go besides the wall. And you can see Ryan Newman, he also got involved in that crash, and you see head on from Daniel Suarez to Matt DiBenedetto, and that will cause the first caution at ISM. Unfortunately, Ryan Newman got caught in that wreck. Looks like he's going to be done. Let's take a look at it again with full speed. Unfortunately, we got some breaking news here. Chris Buescher will also be out of the race as he collected a big chunk of piece of debris during the crash. And Chris Buescher will be out at ISM. Now let's get ready for the restart on lap 9 out of 14. It's going to be Eric Almirola and William Byron going to lead the field back to the green flag. Look at Ryan Blaney. He tried to make it a 3-right situation, but that didn't work, as Ryan Blaney is going to secure 2nd as Eric Almirola continues to run away with the lead. Up front, we got the two of the strongest cars of the field. Eric Almirola looking for his first career World NASCAR Champions win. He's been so close many times. Could he play a spoiler? As Ryan Blaney is fighting for a championship. Never mind, the second caution is out. It's Alex Bowman and Ty Dillon. It looked like Alex Bowman came up the racetrack and Ty Dillon did not find anywhere else to go. You can see, just Alex Bowman just came up against Ty Dillon and then there's just nowhere to go for Ty Dillon to go. Luckily, no other cars got involved in that wreck. Now this sets up an overtime situation and we're ready for overtime. It is Eric Almirola and Ryan Blaney going to lead the field back to the green flag as we have 2 laps remaining at ISM. Ryan Blaney tucks in right behind Eric Almirola as Almirola is going to continue to run away from Ryan Blaney. 1 lap remain. Here comes Ryan Blaney going to try to make a first move as Almirola is going to block Blaney's momentum down to the backstretch for the final time. Here comes Ryan Blaney. He makes contact and Ryan Blaney is the #1 contender for the championship. Can you believe what you just saw? Almirola will finish in 3rd. Let's take a look what just happened. As you see, here was the first move as Ryan Blaney did not have much momentum as Almirola made an aggressive block, but here's the move to win the race. See ya. There goes Ryan Blaney and he ends up winning the race. So congratulations, Ryan Blaney. He gets to burn it down at ISM. Now let's take a look at your finishing results presented by Goodyear. Ryan Blaney with an unbelievable finish as he only led 1 lap. As Kurt Busch will follow in 2nd. 3rd is Eric Almirola. He led the most laps. An impressive finish by William Byron. He will finish in 4th. And rounding out your top 5 is Carl Edwards. Now here's your other finishing results. Not a great start for Matt D'Abetto, his first World NASCAR Champion start, and also Ty Dillon getting involved in a crash with Alex Bowman. Now let's take a look at your point standings after ISM. Rowdy Busch with a 14 gap over Chase Elliott. Then it's the Young Buck who will take over the 3rd of the point standings over Kyle Larson, as Kyle Larson with a struggling finish will move down to the 4th in standings, and unfortunately Kyle Larson is eliminated from the championship. Now here's your other point standings after ISM. Hats off to William Byron finishing in 4th. Best finish for his career in the World NASCAR Champions. After 11 races of hard work and dedication, the championship relies on Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney. This is World NASCAR Champions. We'll see you at Auto Club Speedway.